Do you want to beat Nightmare 4 as a solo with the Punisher so you can unlock the Golden Queenslayer title and the Endless Arsenal purple title? Yeah, they are really nice. And in this video, I have what's in my opinion the best build and strategy for the Punisher to beat Nightmare 4. I'll be going over the best abilities, traits, blessings, and the gameplay strategy you need to be using to make this game mode easy. So heading to the build, we'll start off with the abilities. For his turret ability, I recommend Relentless Pursuit to make his turret act like an automated sentry. And this is really handy because you can use it to distract the zombies and keep them from attacking you. For the zipline, I suggest Phantom Rush, since the collision immunity and speed boost is super helpful for keeping you alive. Then his ultimate ability doesn't matter at all since you never want to use it with this strategy. And yeah, you're going to be doing more damage with your rifle than your ultimate. So the entire idea behind this strat is to make his automatic rifle do an insane amount of damage. And you are going to absolutely shred through the bosses with this build. For the traits, you simply want to max out the entire red column. If you aren't quite max level yet, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but just upgrade the red column as far as you can and you should be good. Now, each of these traits buffs his automatic weapon and also increases his max health. Then with the proper blessings, you can quickly become overpowered. So looking at his blessings, for the general blessings, you want to buy Vitality Boost for increased maximum health, Power Surge for increased damage dealt, Moonlight Protection for reducing the damage you receive, which helps prevent those annoying one-shots from zombies. You want to buy Full Moon so you can earn as much moon power as possible. Now the effects will max out after your third card, so there's no need to buy it more than 3 times. Then you also want to buy Vampiric Vitality 1 time. After buying it once, you will have more than enough lifesteal and you will be able to survive almost everything except for those one-shots, and self-healing won't help with that anyways. Then looking at Punisher's unique red blessings, you want to buy Punisher's Upgrade for increased damage, Precision Judgment, which will increase the headshot damage multiplier. You want Overwhelming Assault for increased fire rate. You want Deadly Lock-On for auto-aim headshots. Now it's up to you for how many of these you buy. I would recommend buying it a few times as the extended duration doesn't make much of a difference if you buy it more than, let's say, 3 or 4 times. You want to buy the blue rarity extended rifle magazine 2 times. Any more and it's a bit of a waste. Then you want to buy the legendary smart magazine twice for essentially infinite ammo. Then finally, I encourage you to buy the legendary rapid reload blessing 1 time. And this is going to increase your reload speed by 200%. Now the reason you want this is because sometimes during the boss fights, you won't be able to get those headshots for the headshot bonus with smart magazine, and it could leave you needing to reload. And when you're spending time reloading, you aren't getting any self-healing, which will quickly get you eliminated. You can completely ignore the blue blessings as they do nothing for you with a strategy, and you're never going to be pulling out your shotgun either way. I'll put up all the blessings you want to buy up on the screen now. I recommend saving this video so you can come back to it at any time so you never forget which ones you want to buy. But you're not going to find success unless you know the tricks and the specific gameplay strategy for this build. And these are extremely important since Punisher is, at least in my opinion, one of the most difficult heroes to solo Nightmare 4 with. When you first spawn in on phase 1, you want to open the shop and then keep on refreshing until you find the gold rarity Punisher's Upgrade blessing, which boosts your bullet damage by 90%. Once you find that, you want to buy the random card and pray that it lands on Blessed Reflection, which will duplicate your card. And if you're lucky enough to land on the golden rarity Blessed Reflection, it will instantly give you 5 more of the plus 90% damage cards, giving you an immediate 540% damage boost right off the bat. If you want to make Nightmare 4 even easier, I suggest hitting random a second time in hopes of duplicating the card again and potentially getting a damage increase of over 1000%, which considering you're still on phase 1, that's just insane, and you'll be blowing through the zombies so quickly. But that does require a good deal of luck. Now, if you click random and don't get Blessed Reflection right away, all you need to do is leave the match. Make sure you turn off autofill teammates and then try again. Now, quick note, when you click leave match, it does say you'll get a penalty and that you don't want to be leaving the match, but if you are playing solo and you have no teammates, it'll never actually give you that penalty. So you're free to keep on leaving as many times as you like until you get the perfect blessing. Taking that extra time to make sure you start the match off with the best blessings possible makes Nightmare 4 a million times easier. Now, for how you make this strategy work, you want to set up one zipline right here and then go forward a little bit, set another zipline right here. Then you want to set your third zipline right here. This will create a sort of triangle around the area you're going to be playing in, and the idea is that you will always be close to a zipline. And whenever you find yourself using one of them, you will get an increased movement speed, which is a huge help. Then you can always use your grenade to quickly reposition when enemies are getting a little bit too close for comfort. And you always have access to your turret, which can be used as a temporary distraction. Once you get to around phase 14, 14 to 15, I suggest only buying the legendary damage cards. And then invest the majority of your moon power into vitality boost and moonlight protection. This is really important so you can survive against the 2 Scarlet Witches on round 20. Without enough health and damage reduction, it will simply be impossible unless you use a lot of Holy Onks, which you probably don't want to be using. Now there are 2 things you have to be very mindful of with this strategy if you don't want to die. First off are these zombies that throw out the red bomb thing. These will either do a ton of damage or they can even one-shot you if you don't have enough health. So make sure you're always moving in a circular direction so the zombies keep on missing, and make sure you take advantage of the zip lines we placed earlier. And then probably the most difficult round with this strategy is round 15 with Namor and Scarlet Witch. For the most part, you can survive through pretty much everything with your self-healing and by dodging Namor's ultimate. But the one thing that definitely can get you is when Namor locks you in place with his water bubble. Then the zombies will collect underneath you, which more times than not will lead you to getting one shot. Because of this, I suggest that when you get to round 15, focus on taking out the zombies before you worry about the bosses. Then also always make sure you shoot the ice squids that Namor spawns as quickly as possible. It's still very likely that you might use a couple respawn tokens on round 15 just because Namor's stun lock is so annoying. But yeah, as long as you focus on taking the zombies out first, you shouldn't have too difficult of a time. Subscribe if you found the video helpful and if you want to see more Marvel Rivals content from me. I do have a Jeff solo guide up on my channel, and in my opinion, Jeff is way easier to solo Nightmare 4 with. Then I also have a playlist with a ton of Marvel Rivals tips and tricks, settings, aim guides, and much more. So check that out if you're interested in being the best that you can be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.